Hello dear friends, Patrick here. How you doing today? I was hoping to take you with me to visit this place that I call a cathedral. It is, of course, just a park, but I wouldn't call it just a park. It is really a beautiful little oasis where I can get away. Sometimes I can bring Doggy for a walk here, and I can think, contemplate, pray. And there's a park nearby, so you may hear kids playing, and there's houses in beyond those trees, so you may hear people working on their yards and what have you. But for the most part, it's really quite a peaceful little spot, as you'll see. You can see this tree, over 100-year-old tree that is quite massive there. Sort of borders the park. And what I was thinking that I wanted to share with you today is I was thinking to myself, how can we achieve peace, or what does it mean to have peace, or peace of mind for that matter? And I thought about it, and I realized that on a daily basis, most of us are bombarded with either words or images. You know, TikTok, there's images and people speaking. And on Twitter, there's a lot of words, people writing, and there's also video clips, of course. Nowadays, video clips everywhere. Instagram and Facebook. You're either reading some words or you're listening to somebody speak words. And of course, there's all kinds of other visual stimuli and so on and so forth. But your mind is processing speech. Your mind is processing images. You're not really at peace. Your mind is working. And to get away from that can be a valuable contributor towards having peace during the day, or a snippet of peace, or a little slice of peace in the middle of your day. So as you can see, I like to get out here, and I'd like to share some of that peace with you. So I'll stop talking for a second so that you can also enjoy this beautiful boreal cathedral. As I said, just beyond those trees, there is a crew building a new home. So you're going to hear the nail guns going and the compressors running, and it's a little oasis, but it is surrounded by residential, as you can see. And of course, there's much more isolated spots where you can go and just listen to the trees and the birds and the sound of the forest that are much more away from town than this place. I come to this place just because it's convenient and close by. And so, as I was saying, the idea to get away from all the commotion and to just spend time alone with one's thoughts. And when you do that, you can examine your mind and see what's coming out of your mind, whether it's thoughts, images, words. If your mind is filled with images, then you're either imagining something, or you're thinking about a past event or a future event, and you're visualizing that event, or you're fantasizing about something that you wish would be, as is common. And so, if we get rid of our mind, empty our mind, as they say, you know, Eastern traditions, Zen and all that, say empty your mind, but I guess this doesn't have to be an active effort. Maybe sometimes it does, but it can also just be a passive letting go of those images and focusing on the trees and nature and seeing that image instead. And then the words that come to your mind, are they words of telling yourself what you have to do, or telling yourself, repeating in your mind what you said in a past conversation? You know, maybe you had a drama or an argument with somebody. There's an old phrase that says there's no rest for the wicked, or there's no peace for the wicked, because perhaps they're constantly thinking about drama and speaking words to themselves that are filled with drama. And maybe we can get rid of those words. And instead, maybe you can speak to God. You know, David, when he wrote his Psalms, he was, for the most part, calling out to God. And he was having a conversation with God, you could say. Jesus would separate himself from the people and go up to a mountain to pray, or a hilltop to pray. And so when you separate yourself, you get away. It's an ideal opportunity to ask God to help you, ask for more of His Holy Spirit, ask Him to forgive you, ask Him to give you patience in dealing with the people that are in your life, whether good or bad. And I hope you'll be able to find time to do that wherever you are. You separate yourself, empty your mind from all the words and images, and then just speak out to whatever's on your heart to God. Try and have a conversation with Him. And then listen to see if He provides you some new thoughts and new words that would be a blessing to your situation, to those around you, that would strengthen your relationship to God, would allow you to communicate. So thank you for joining me today. That's it for today. Just wanted to take you to this beautiful cathedral in the park, in the woods. That is a really blessed place to step away and just to concentrate, pray, meditate. Wherever you are, I hope you have a chance to do that. Maybe once a day. Hopefully more than once a week. So thank you so much for watching. God bless you. And I will talk to you again real soon. Take care now. Bye for now.